Good morning everyone. This is your class of economics, and under this class we are going to start our chapter number 3, that is the features, problems and policies of agriculture. So basically we are going to study about agriculture, and we all know that India is an agriculture based economy. So we can say that agriculture is the backbone of Indian economy. All right. What does agriculture means? Agriculture means cultivation of food as well as non-food crops. Now, which are food crops and which are non-food crops? Food crops are like wheat, maize, pulses, spices. These are food crops. And non-food crops are like when we are producing cotton or jute and other things like this. So these are food crops and non-food crops. Now let's go to the importance of agriculture in Indian economy. Okay, so here we have importance or role of agriculture in Indian economy. So first of all is contribution to GDP. As you all know, our India is based on agriculture. The basic source of income is agriculture. So yes, it contributes to GDP also, because that is the basic source of income with us. The second is supply of wage goods. So basically wage goods are goods like which are of basic necessity. The basic necessity goods like wheat, rice, pulses, these are basic necessity goods, and when we are supplying these, we are supplying wage goods which are basic necessity goods. The third is employment. Addition to this point, Indian agriculture sector provides food to almost 106 crore people and to 38 crore animals. So that is how much huge our agriculture system is. Next is employment. 64% of working population is engaged in agriculture sector. So which means more than half of our population is based on agriculture. So that provide employment to a number of person in India. Next is industrial raw material. Agriculture supplies industrial raw material in terms of cotton, textile, and seeds for oil industry, and sugar cane for sugar industry, and so on. These are some raw material that are provided to industrial sector by agriculture sector. So yes, the base of agriculture sector, industrial sector also lies with agriculture sector. Next is contribution to international trade. Agriculture makes significant contribution, very large contribution to international trade. Like India produces in excess tea, tobacco, coffee and spices and some other farm products also. So all these are then exported to other countries, and hence India is contributing, agriculture is contributing to external and international trade. All right. Next is contribution to domestic trade. Contribution to domestic trade. How is agriculture contributing to domestic trade? Because whatever goods and services are purchased and sold in our economy are consisting in agriculture, are consisting in domestic trade. The last is social importance. Yes, agriculture has social importance also. Now you will ask me how? Because look, agriculture is a thing that is related to village, and village means our old culture, and our old culture means our old social values. So that is very much important for social values also. So these are some of the importance and role of agriculture. After that, now let's understand what are the basic features of agriculture. Now comes to the feature. The first is low productivity. Look, agriculture sector is very dominant sector in India, but still it is not much productive. Much productive means we have employed a lot of population in agriculture, but the product, the outcome is not as much as we have employed. So we can say that there is a low productivity. There is hidden unemployment. What do you mean by hidden unemployment? Hidden unemployment basically means if I have a particular field, and on that field there are 4 persons engaged for agriculture, but the need of the field is only of 2 persons. That is, 2 persons will make the outcome similar to the outcome that 4 persons are making. Suppose this is a field and I have employed 4 persons, and the 4 persons are gaining 8 quintal of wheat from it. And even if I employed 2 persons on this field, that 2 persons can also yield 8 quintal of wheat, which means the 2% that are extra employed in this are totally waste. And they are not employed actually. They are unemployed, but they are showing that they are employed. So that means these 2% were hiddenly unemployed. So this is also a feature of our Indian agriculture system. Next, come to the third point, heavy dependence on rain. Because we haven't developed much good irrigation facilities. So yes, we are depending on the rain for a good harvest or a good crop. That is a bad thing, because if we are dependent much on agriculture, so we must think about it to advance our technology that much so that we can irrigate our crops whenever required, and we shouldn't wait for rain. Next is subsistence farming. Now what do you mean by subsistence farming? Subsistence farming basically means a farmer is growing only up to his needs. A farmer is growing particular crop up to his need, and he or she is not growing above his needs. That is, he is not growing particular crop for sale in the market. That was a thinking of the farmers in ancient India, that they won't need to grow much more than what they need, because that is sufficient for them and they shouldn't waste the things. Next is traditional methods. Yes, we are using the traditional methods. We are using the traditional ways and tricks to grow our crops, and we are not making them modern method work in our areas. We are not using the modern methods, and that's why we are lagging behind somehow. Next is small holding. In India, you will see that the per person land holding, like how much land holding one person have, is very small. People have very small amount of land with them. So farmer having small amount of land are able to grow crops only up to their use, and they are not able to grow crops for selling them in the market because of small holdings of the land. The next is backward technology. We are using backward technology in agriculture. In case of irrigation, in case of farming, in case of cutting of crops, threshing of crops, everywhere we are using the backward technology. That's why we are we are spending much on agriculture products. Okay, so these were some of the features of agriculture of Indian economy. Okay, now we will see what are the problems faced by agriculture sector of India. Let's have a look. Yes, so here I have penned down some of the problems that are faced by Indian agriculture sector. So the first type of problems that are being faced are economic problem, that we are somehow lacking in our monetary or financial support. The first problem is we are lacking with credit facilities for agriculture. There is very low amount of loan that is given to a farmer for agriculture. Okay. Next is defective marketing system. Defective marketing system means there is no proper system for buying and selling of crops. That's why a number of farmers do not take interest in farming. Why? Because there is no proper market, and maybe their crops will be not sold and they will be lying with them. So that will be a wastage of crops. Next is the technical problems faced by Indian agriculture sector. So the first one is poor quality seeds. Yes, we are using the same seed as we were using earlier. We haven't shifted to hybrid quality seeds. Yes, a number of farmers may have shifted toward hybrid seed, but a large population of agriculture sector is still going with the old quality seeds. Next is we are using chemical fertilizers in our in our agriculture, in our lands, that are somehow making our soil decay. Our soil will lose its fertilization capacity throughout the years. That is very harmful thing for our soil. Next is we don't have much irrigation facilities. We haven't developed a good irrigation system in our country. Up next, the problem is use of old agriculture equipment. We are using the same equipments as we were using 20 to 30 years ago. We are not introducing modern technology to agriculture, because the need of the time is that if we introduce the modern technology to the agriculture, our crop will be much more productive and we will gain much more profits from that. But still, India is not using agriculture equipment of modern technology. Next is lack of crop rotation. Yes, we are not doing crop rotation because we are growing the same crop every time. If we are doing the crop rotation, that is only for similar type of crop. That is, once we are growing wheat, then we are growing maize, then again wheat, then again maize. That is, we are not doing something related to crop rotation that will make our particular crop or particular soil to grow its fertilization for other soil. Next is institutional problems, and the first one is small and scattered land holding. As I already said, that land holding in India is very small, and that too is scattered. Half of the land will be here and half of will be between 1 to 2 kilometer away. So even if we are willing to have irrigation facilities like tube wells, then we are not able to do so because our land is scattered. That is not in combination, that is scattered everywhere. Next is lack of implementation of land reform. A number of land reforms have been passed, but they are not implemented efficiently by the government. So that become also an institutional problem for the agriculture sector. The last is some general problems, like our farmers are illiterate. They are not much educated so that they can use the modern technology and they can know the modern know-how about how they can increase their productivity, how their crop can grow better. Next is more population pressure. As I said earlier, that there is a need of only 2%, but there 4 persons are working. That means the population pressure is there on agriculture. More people are based on agriculture than needed. The last problem is lack of agriculture research. A very limited agriculture research is going on in our country, that is also on a very poor rate. So we need to increase our agriculture research to find out the solution to these problems. Okay, so these were some of the problem. Now we will study the particular solution we have find it out of these problems. So here are the solution we have adapted for the problem that are arising in agriculture. The first one is we are now using HYV seeds, high yielding variety seeds. We are using good quality seeds for our soil. The next is we are using insecticide and pesticide to save our crops. Insecticide to save it from insects, and pesticide to save it from unwanted grass, etc., weeds, etc. Next is scientific farming. We are using scientific method of farming. We are doing agriculture research now, and after that we are doing some finding some scientific method that will be useful for farming in India. Next is mechanized means. Mechanized means now we are using machinery in agriculture. Machinery in agriculture, that too for sowing as well as cutting, threshing, and each and every point there is machinery used in some areas now. Next is consolidation of land holding. Our land holdings were scattered. One was here, one was 1 kilometer ahead. Then what happened that the person who is living 1 kilometer ahead and is having a land here, so these two lands will be interchanged among both of them, and this will be how we will just combine the land of a single person. So consolidation of land holding has also happened in the era. Next is cooperative farming. Cooperative farming means the farmer have joined their hands so that they can buy good quality seeds as well as equipments for farming at cheaper rates. Irrigation facilities. We have also increased our irrigation facility. We have also improved our irrigation facilities so that we should reduce our dependence on rain. Next is agriculture credit. Agriculture credit is also available to the farmer, because government have taken a number of initiatives now to provide for agriculture credit. Next is government have also provided us with regulated market, a market that is completely running for the purchase and sale of crops. Last is price support system. Government have set a particular price. If even that is very much high and very much low, that is adjusted by subsidy and taxes. That is adjusted by subsidy and taxes, but usually there is no tax that is on the crop, but yes, subsidies are there on crops so that the farmer will get a adequate rate of his or her crops. So these were the possible solutions of the problem that were arising in the agriculture sector. I hope you get the features, problems, and the possible solutions of the agriculture sector. Have a very good day.